Hello, welcome back to Wernolau Farm. Well, we are actually in the middle of harvest, not on this lane obviously, but we are, believe it or not. We're currently getting this slurry down to the gas plant. Wow, that's a lot of braking, that's very, very heavy. Even for the Massey, it was a struggle to get it up the hill out of the farm. But, well, not a massive struggle, but it took a while. I've not seen the Massey struggle at all before. So, it just goes to show how much we have here. Still braking. But we can leave this here now and just unload it as we need to. So let's start getting that filled up. Where are we with this? And get this switched back on. Oh, it was already on, it was just running very low. Do apologise. Manure needs to come up again, and we need to get the other silage out of the pit, but that won't happen in this episode, I wouldn't think. All the animals are taken care of. I think the tarps need some water. Yes, they really do. Spinnery, well, we'll just see what happens with that. We've replaced some more sheep, so we'll find out what happens there. And the oil mill, well, we need to... Yeah, looks like that's finished there. We'll drop that. In fact, we can leave the Massey on there. It might self-unload. Yeah, we need to go and harvest the canola oil. Then that can come up and start producing some oil for us in the oil mill. I just want to check how pallets are looking in our productions here. Yeah, so if we just get a few of those moved out of the way quickly. I'm shocked how quickly the gas plant's gone through that silage. Actually, I shouldn't be shocked, but it's still pretty quick. What I might do is do some cuts and make some silage off camera at some point, because it's I know a lot of people don't mind the grass work, but it will be grass work most episodes, I think, looking at this rate. So we'll do some on camera, but still continue to do some off of it, I think. We'll just put this into the bale pallet storage. Actually, for the fabric, we could try the rack again. It came out alright. I think it came out alright last time on the racks. For the fabric, some of the other materials like the cheese and that, it came out all higgly-piggly. There's that, and then we'll just head round and see what we've got in the way of cheese. Shouldn't be anything coming out of the oil mill at the moment, where we've run out of sunflowers, so that should all be off. Yeah, we've definitely got some cheese there. Wow, okay. Now, it might be a case that they, as I take them out, they'll just spawn and we won't lose any, but it does concern me after seeing that the sawmill was getting full up and not producing anything. So, for the sake of it, we'll get some moved. Need to get some of the cow's milk down to here. Not sure how that's come out there. That's fine. Again, we don't have to completely clear it. I just want some space in here. And where are we going here? Yeah, it's a nice little setup down here, works quite well. Yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces in there now. So great, that's us taken care of down here. Now, harvest. So yeah, I was going to harvest the barley next. We've done the wheat. But I need to get a front weight for this deer here. Let's get the oil, the canola done, so we can start making some canola oil as soon as possible. Now, this will go straight, we won't bother with our silo here for this. This goes straight off to the oil mill, and if there's any left over, whoop, we'll install, well, see if we got how much it will cost, but let's try and install a small silo down at the industrial area. So onto the harvester. So we may as well get the head up here first. Yeah, if anyone hasn't watched the previous episode, which is there if you need it, we've just come off the back of a wheat harvest. Not a big field, but we've still got the straw to clear there as well. So I think we pull here and just get the engine off into the new harvester S700 S7900, I believe it is. Just get connected to the header. To put it there, right where that shrub is, where I can't see the connection. It's not too bad. There we go. So we can come off here nicely. Get unfolded. I still might downgrade the header. It'll be a bit of a waste of money, but it's too big for the pipe. I don't think we can upgrade the pipe anymore, so let's just check our yield. Get switched on. Of course, we won't have any straw from the canola, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's see. Now, this was the problem with the class harvester. It's getting up the hills. It was getting at sort of 2 miles an hour, 1 mile an hour at some points. It was just a real struggle. So this was the idea of getting the powerful harvester, or much more powerful, to be able to get up those hills. And let's see if it can do it. It seems to be having no problem at this point. Yield's looking good. Yeah, it's no problem. It's absolutely no problem. So it was the fact of the power we had available to us. This will be the test. This is probably the steepest part, probably, or maybe on the map. No problem, absolutely no problem. Brilliant. Okay, so that's paid off. It was worth the purchase. Back on here. Yep, and this is all going to be ground down into oil. Well, there's a few fields to do here, so I'll probably put this in a quick time lapse and we'll go from there. Well, I think I'm going to put the rest of this on a worker, because there is something I want to get today. So, well, I suppose to let them do it as it is, off they go. Yeah, there is something I want to go and replace or change out. I was getting stuck over here. I was worried it was the harvester, but it was actually my own fault. I didn't see between the crop and the grass our decorations, which I do need to get rid of because they don't work for some reason. Okay, so we must put a front weight on here. We'll have to take it off the baby deer to transport this canola. It's going to be really heavy. But first of all, I need a tractor. We can actually take this. Drop that. Yeah, the new combine's made light work of that canola. I know they're not big fields, but very light work of it. And where is the baler? It's in the grass work shed, I think. We're going to go and change our baler. Not absolutely necessary because it is square and it does do big bales, but I just think it would be nice to change it. And I'm going to go with the crone as I did want. Let's just move this. That's heavy. Now, of course, we do need to get a tedder because we've sold ours. But it doesn't have to happen in this episode. I don't think we won't be cutting any grass at the moment. But yeah, let's go and see what we can get for this. It's done us very well, but I think it's time for a change. Shame I couldn't empty. Oh, there's almost a bale in there as well. That's well, I wonder if it's worth. Where are we? Let's just pop over quickly. Come on, doggles. There we go. Let's just quickly pop over to the field we harvested for the wheat. And we'll quickly make a bale out of that. Whatever it might be. It probably should come out grass. And then that way we're not wasting things. But it's a shame I can't get the bale twine out of here. Let's get that unfolded. There we go. Oh, it's actually come out as straw. Brilliant. Okay, well, we'll take that, put it in the bale pallet shed. No sense in wasting it. And of course, these trees will be coming down soon. But we're not going to do that until we're close to moving on, because I'll end up spending the money, and we need that money to buy the new farm and machinery. Now, the farmer's given me an option on that. He's happy to sell the machinery off, or I can have it with the farm, but he's doing it separately for some weird reason. But you know, it's up to him. It's his stuff. That's come out, so there's a little bit in there, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's sort of how he wants to do it. If we buy, I might not, but I think I will. But not yet. We're not there yet. I've got more things I want to get done here. So not getting their way. Now this field on the left here, this gigantic field, I think you get with the updated map. I think I had to sell it off when I done everything. I do want this field, but I want it with a decent crop in it. Yeah, what is that? Parsnips? Yes, so not yet. I'd rather take the field with nothing in it than have to keep drilling over things that we don't want. Okay, so let's get this down to the store and we'll swap this out for something else. See you there. Well, here we are. Time to say goodbye to this wonderful baler, but it's not sure if we were really making an upgrade, but I think the one I want is going to be a little bit better. Maybe the header will pick up a bit, the pickup will pick things up a little bit better. Also, it's a good opportunity here to get another front weight for the deer here. So let's do what we need to do on this. Here we are. So, repaint's rather expensive, but we'll do it. Well, we're still getting quite good money for that, so yeah, let's sell that. Then back round into the store. Now, let's just do weights first, because I'm going to probably forget about it. There is a John Deere, so how much is, what weight is that? 900, 1.2, 1.8. I think that's, yeah, that'll be fine. And then into balers. Configuration standard. Well, we don't need the trailer, although it is brilliant because we have the auto collector trailer. Twine standard. Silage tank. Do we need a silage? Well, yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Because we wrap. So yes, please. Oh, that was expensive. But we're making money now, so we'll be all right. Let's have a little look. It's a beast. It is a beast. Oh, there's our front weight, so we'll get on that first. We've already got some silage additive there, we can pick that up. How does that look? Yeah, that looks the piece. And we've still got the green and yellow theme going on here, so that's nice. Wonderful, and we'll just grab some silage additive. Well, it's got quite a big tank then. Well, we'll have to buy some more. Let's get 2 of those. It's always going to be used. Wow, that is a big tank. You can feel, wow, how much heavier this is. So remember to brake early. Now I wonder how the combine's getting on. I imagine they must have finished that field by now. Then we can get the canola over to the oil mill. Probably have a worker start harvest on the barley. And then that'll be us for harvest up until sunflowers. There's no soybeans this year. That is, of course, unless we find another field. And then in that case, harvest may continue. I did want to try and find a sunflower or a canola field up by the where we just was, because in that way it's all closer. to where it needs to go into the productions, rather than transporting it from all the way down here. That could leave down here for things like soybeans eventually. There's our sunflowers, some of them. But yeah, it'd be nice to have all this down the other end of the map. Yeah, we'll go and get this put back and see how the worker's doing. Yeah, as expected, they have finished. Wonderful. Now that should all go in the trailer, so it should only be one trip. Let's think here. Where's this going? Well, it may as well go straight over where we just was with the wheat, because we've got a bit of baling to do. Now at this point we could probably start padding out the TMR with straw, because I think we've got enough now. We're more than breaking even with the amount of straw we're getting for bedding as well. Right, good. Let's leave that there. That is ready to rock and roll. Whoop. Glorious day for a harvest. I'm looking forward to seeing if we're actually able to cut the trees down in there, as that mostly is a chicken, fenceless chicken area. So whether it will or not, we need to move those eggs. Okay, so we don't need to swap the weights over now. Everything's got its own weight. Let's grab the trailer. Yeah, there should be plenty of room here. Now I'm hoping that I don't have to take the header off the combine here to get it over to the barley field. I don't think we should need to. Must run some milk down to the gas plant. To the gas plant? Don't put milk in the gas plant. To the dairy. Now that's another thing that might do with an upgrade. I am buying lots of stuff. Is a bigger tanker. Could even be its own vehicle. Maybe a vehicle tanker. Right, let's get this. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of the decorations that do not even work. That was a shame. Good. They were just a bit of a nuisance, really. I've had them working on other maps though, so I'm not sure what's happened. And again. In this episode, we ruin Christmas. There we go. Off you go. Thank you. Now we do want the straw swap of this, so we have to make sure we've enabled that. In which case I need to turn some things on. Let's just get all that on there. There we go. Worker. I think we'll have 2 headlands, please. And thank you. Off you go. Wonderful. Oh, I've turned the sawmill off. It has finally run out of wood. Have we got any more? We do have some more planks to sell. We might just sell them anyway now. Feed the dog. Feed the dog. There we go. Ooh, I've left the engine running there, a bit naughty. Now, let's get this. Oh, they've missed a bit over there. I think. Maybe not. Yeah, let's get this to the oil mill and get that switched on. Okay, we're just arriving here. Yeah, it'd be nice to get this all back on. It wasn't churning out for too long. We didn't have enough of anything. So let's see how much of this it will take. Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting to take all that. Let's have a look. Oh wow, yeah, there's no need for a silo down here. Yeah, that's done quite a bit. So let's get that activated and storing. Fantastic. Well, I think for this episode we'll get into time, and we'll leave this one here. When we come back, we'll carry on with harvest for the barley, and yeah, maybe a grass cut as well. Get some things moving. So as usual, thank you all very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.